started right now. Problem says, given a string of words, you need to find the highest scoring word. Each letter of a word scores points according to its position in the alphabet. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, etc. You need to return the highest scoring word as a string. If two words score the same, return the word that appears earliest in the original string. All letters will be lowercase and all inputs would be valid. Okay, the first thing we need to do is start off with our inputs. Our input is a string of lowercase words, and our output is a single string word. You need to find the highest scoring word. Okay, with the highest score. So given our input, we need to figure out what to do. So with the alphabet, I need to first map the alphabet. Map alphabet to, I guess, letter positions of the alphabet. So I need to map A to 1, B to 2. So map alphabet to their positions. Then I need to iterate over the string, get each word, and then I think I need to further iterate and then kind of sum up the total of each letter's score for the entire word. Then that way I can figure out which word has the highest score and just return that word. Okay. Map alphabet to their positions. Then I need to iterate over a string and find scores for all words. Then I need to, once I have all the scores, find the highest score and return the word for that score. Okay. The first thing I need to do is create that alphabet. So I think I could just use an array. I'll call it alphabet and set it to initialize alphabet to an array of lowercase letters from A to Z and call 2A on it. Then I need to initialize, I want to keep the word and its score in a hash. I think that's the best way to keep track of the information. So I could call it word scores. And then in order for me to find the score of each word, I need to initialize a variable, I think I'll call it word score, to 0. That way when we iterate, we can just increment word score by each letter to find the total score of the word. And then I need to split the string using split, and we'll pass word to the block, I think, and then we could further split the word. Oops, keep putting 0, and split that word into characters. Split word into characters using stars and iterate. So once we have all the words split up into letters, this is where we increment word score. Increment word score by, and to get that score, we need to find the index of that letter in alphabet and add 1 to it. Since each letter, its index will be off by 1 number, I need to add 1 for it to be the correct number. So A would be currently 0. I would just add 1 to have A equal 1. So increment word score by, I'll say alphabet, and then we do that using the index of, I think I can just call it character, and then just add 1 to it. And then that's it for that. I'll call it, just so I can keep track of where I am, ncars and split. Once I get the word score, then I can create the key value pair for the word scores hash. So how do I say it? I could probably just say update word scores. The key is word, and the value is word score. Okay, and in order for, because if I, currently how I have it, on the next iteration, word score will have the score of the last word, and then when I get to I, it will add that score to it. So I actually need to move the initialization of word score into here. That way, when I get to the new word, it starts off at 0. Right. So now we should have a hash of each word and its score. And what I need to do is get all of the scores together. So I could call values on word scores, which will return an array. So I'll have an array of scores, and then call max on that, which will give me the highest number in that array. To get highest, oops, cannot spell, highest number. I could say that to a variable, so let's initialize highest score. I'll move that up here with the other, initializing highest score to 0. There we go. And then I could say assign these 2 steps to highest score. Oops, highest score. Once I have that number, I could call key on word scores and pass in highest score to it, which should return me the word of the highest score. Okay, seems like a good approach to it. So let's get going with this. Alphabet score, call it string. First thing I need to do is create the alphabet. And I can input that or output that value to see how that looks. And there's the alphabet. Now I can create the hash that will hold all the words and their scores. And then I believe I can initialize highest score up here. Now I can get on with the iterating. String.split. I think I could use each, pass in word, and here I'll initialize word score so that when I split the word further, it's available to use, and reset for each word. So word dot I believe I could use each car for that. So we'll pass in the letter, and then word score can be incremented by each letter's index plus 1. And then we'll create the key value pairs here. with the word and its word score. So I just want to output the value of word scores to see the hash. I have a lot of code written so far, and I want to make sure that I have no errors going forward. There we go. So we have each word, and we have its value. The return value, or I'm sorry, the correct output for this first example is taxi, and we could see that taxi has the highest number in that hash. The second one is volcano with 82, and 88 for this word, and these two are equal, but it should just return the first or the earliest word. Okay, so that looks good. Gonna uncomment these out. So now that I have the hash, the next thing I need to do is call values and max on that, and I could assign that to highest score. Values should return an array of all the scores that we just saw. So I'll just do it for this first example. 28, 9, 28, 51, okay. And then max should return just a single number, the highest number, 54. And then I could use that to retrieve the key that I need, which is the word that I need. The key of highest score. This should return true for all of them. Okay, I already have an error. So undefined local variable method word score from main 46. Because I meant to type word score as the hash. So I fixed that. Hopefully that's all I need to do. All right. And it looks like I've got it, and that was 12 minutes. I think I pretty much followed the algorithm exactly how I wrote it. It made it a lot easier because this can get complicated very quickly. So that really helped to try to figure out what to do in English and then think about the code, what to do for each step. It makes it much more clear and understanding. Easy for me to understand going through it. So yeah, thanks.